Have you ever wondered who that man is? The one whose trial every prophet warned his people about? Who is that being whose emergence will be the greatest test before the day of judgment? Is he really imprisoned on a mysterious island even today? And is the time near when he will finally appear before humanity? The name Dajjal itself has become a symbol of fear, deception, and the ultimate trial. From Prophet Adam, A.S., to the final messenger, Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, every prophet warned their nation against the fitna, trial, of Dajjal. But who exactly is Dajjal? Where is he now, and when will he appear before the world? According to Islamic teachings, the most authentic account of Dajjal's current state and location comes from a hadith in Sahih Muslim, narrated by Fatima bint Qais, R.A. She reported a story told by Tamim al-Dari, R.A., who was once a Christian but later embraced Islam. One day, he came to the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, and told him about a shocking experience he had at sea. Tamim al-Dari and 30 of his companions had set sail on a large ship. A powerful storm drove their vessel off course for an entire month, tossing them between east and west across wild waves. At last they reached the shore of an island. As they stepped onto land, they encountered a strange creature, a beast completely covered in thick hair, so shaggy that it was impossible to tell where its face or body began or ended. The creature spoke and said, "I am Al-Jassasa, the messenger of Dajjal." She told them to go to a certain monastery where a man was waiting for them. When Tamim and his group entered the building, they found a gigantic man sitting inside, bound in heavy iron chains, his hands tied to his neck and his legs shackled to his ankles. His eyes glowed like burning coals. The chained man spoke in a thunderous voice. "Who are you?" They replied, "We are people from Arabia." Dajjal then asked them a series of questions. "Tell me about the date palms of Bazan. Do they still bear fruit?" They said, "Yes." He said, "A time will come when they will no longer bear fruit." He then asked, "What about the Sea of Tiberias, Lake Tiberias? Is there still water in it?" They replied, "Yes, plenty." He said, "It will soon dry up." Then he asked, "Tell me about the spring of Zugar. Is it still flowing, and do people still drink from it?" They said, "Yes, it is abundant." He said, "It too will soon dry up." Finally he asked, "Has the unlettered prophet appeared yet?" They replied, "Yes, he has appeared in Arabia and people have accepted him." Dajjal said, "That is good for them. Know that I am the Messiah Dajjal. Soon I will be permitted to leave this place. I will travel across the entire earth in 40 days, sparing no land except Makkah and Medina, for they are protected from me." When Tamim al-Dari narrated this to the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, the Prophet gathered the companions and said from the pulpit, "What Tamim has told you confirms what I have already told you about Dajjal." Then, pointing toward the east, the Prophet said, "Indeed, he is in that direction. But where exactly is this island?" Some scholars believe it lies near Socotra, an isolated island off the coast of Yemen, known for its bizarre red trees called dragon's blood trees, which bleed crimson sap when cut. This area is indeed in the east, the same direction the Prophet, PBUH, indicated. However, another theory is far more chilling. Some researchers claim that Dajjal is imprisoned in the Bermuda Triangle, that mysterious region of the Atlantic Ocean where ships and planes vanish without a trace, compasses fail, and strange forces seem to warp reality. Researchers like Muhammad Eza Dawood and Karzan Barkan have suggested that the Bermuda Triangle may be Dajjal's base of operations, a hidden headquarters from which he manipulates global events, preparing the world for his final emergence. In the 16th century, in the 16th century, in the 16th century, in the 16th century, Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis drew a mysterious map depicting a strange humanoid creature in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, half man, half beast. Some claim this was a symbolic representation of Dajjal's dominion. Karzan Barkan even asserted that after the Prophet Muhammad's PBUH passing, Dajjal was released from his prison but has not yet been granted permission to appear openly. Instead, he is building his army in desolate islands, influencing global systems, politics, finance, and media through his agents. Many modern scholars believe the widespread deception, false ideologies, and moral corruption of our era reflect the growing influence of Dajjal's unseen power. But in truth, only Allah knows where Dajjal is. When he does emerge, humanity will face a test unlike any before. Only those firm in faith, iman, and knowledge will survive his deception. The Prophet Muhammad PBUH taught, "Whoever memorizes the first 10 verses of Surah Al-Kahf will be protected from the trials of Dajjal." Sahih Muslim. So remember to seek refuge in Allah often and make this dua after every prayer. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from the trial of the false Messiah, the Dajjal. May Allah protect us from the greatest deception in history. Grant us insight and steadfast faith, and count us among those who recognize the truth and hold fast to it. If this video inspired your faith, subscribe to our channel for more Islamic insights and hidden truths. Because Allah is the truth, and the truth always prevails.